Sometimes things don't go according to plan, and I was thinking about it as I was coming home today. I just did a case. It was an external cephalic version, an ECV, where we try to turn a breech baby. And technically, the case went fine. The mom's fine. Everything was safe, but we couldn't turn the baby. We tried multiple attempts, and this happens more often than people realize. Medically speaking, it's not a catastrophe. She'll just have to have a scheduled C-section. Everyone's okay. But I could see how disappointed the mom was. And honestly, I saw a lot of myself in her. She was very type A, very plan-oriented. So throughout the case, I kept talking to her, trying to keep her grounded, keep things steady. And right before I left, I asked her if I could share something personal that I thought might help her. She said yes. And so I told her about my son, my first son, being born, and then almost immediately being taken to the NICU because he wasn't breathing well. He needed respiratory support, and he stayed there for a couple of days. And how I felt in that moment: completely powerless, terrified, and honestly really disappointed because none of this was going according to my plan. I just wanted to take my baby home. And as I was telling her this, I started tearing up, which really caught me off guard because I hadn't thought about that experience in a long time, but it all kind of came rushing back. What I told her was, looking back now, none of those details are what I hold on to. None of that matters as much. What matters is that I eventually brought my son home and that he's healthy. Whether this ECV worked or not, whether you deliver vaginally or by C-section, what matters is that the baby comes home and that you love that child fully. And that love is really not dependent on how that story unfolds. 2.5 years later, I'm just deeply grateful that he's healthy and I love him to bits. Everything else has really just faded into the background. I think this helped her a little bit. I think she felt seen. I think she was surprised that I allowed myself to be vulnerable. We don't do that very often in medicine. We kind of are taught to keep our distance, stay clinical. But sometimes sharing a piece of your own humanity is just what the other person needs. So I'm sitting here, I'm reflecting on this, and yeah, things don't always go according to plan, but love isn't part of the plan. Love is always constant. And I know she's just gonna be just fine.